Hi, welcome to the car. In this episode, we're going to talk about hemiolas, and we're going to do some beatboxing, but it's not going to be normal beatboxing. I'm going to beatbox in the style of Tigran Hamasyan, and we're going to be using our blinker. So, Tigran Hamasyan doesn't beatbox to make the sound of, like, let's say, a drum machine. He beatboxes just to make the sound of a groove. So instead of doing all of that work, Tigran Hamasyan just goes like and I'm going to put on my emergency blinkers. I am parked, so nobody thinks that I have a flat tire or anything. But this works for your blinkers as well. My last car, it didn't have a consistent blinker, so it was like tick, 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 and it wasn't any sort of subdivision. I'm sure it was, but it wasn't a normal one. I luckily now have consistent blinkers, and it is either at 172 or 86. So it's if this is a quarter note, it's 172, and if that's the eighth note, then it's 86. So I'm going to use this as the eighth note, and we're just going to beatbox a really simple drum pattern on top of it. So we have Now that's the easy thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a hemiola on it. So a hemiola is when you take a different amount of the subdivision and you make that the new beat. So normally in 16th note, you would have 4 16th notes for every quarter note, or 4 16th notes for beat. Now I'm going to take 3 16th notes and I'm going to make that my beat. So here's my 16th note. Now I'm going to accent every third one, and that's going to give me a dotted eighth note. So I have Now, if you were to do that for 4 measures, and if you were to play a 4/4 time signature based on that dotted eighth note, you would come right back to beat 1 of your regular beat. So here's the exercise. You beatbox, you do your Tigran Hamasyan beatbox, and he does this, but he does crazy superimpositions, and he does way more complex hemiolas, but this is a good place to start. So you beatbox for a couple measures in your regular time signature without the hemiola, and then you are going to beatbox for 4 measures with the hemiola. So all right, have fun with that. Now, I'm still having trouble with this. I'm still practicing. That's why we practice in the car. If you take that dotted eighth note and you make that your beat, and instead of subdividing it into 3 equal parts, subdivide it into 2 equal parts. So we have our and then create a beat with that subdivision. So here's a regular beat. And now I'm going to add my dotted eighth. Whew, that's rough. All right, I hope that gives you some exercises. Always work in your car safely, but see you in the shed.